Greetings Autobots and welcome to a special edition of Time to Transform. I'm going to be structuring and filming this video a lot more different in comparison to our regular Time to Transform videos where I don't talk and let the toy literally speak for itself, because this figure, featuring its lights and sounds and more complex transformation scheme, I think requires and necessitates a more in-depth conversion process tutorial or just transformation guide. So this is the 2009 Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime, a toy that, when it was released, was particularly noteworthy and infamous for its extremely complex and markedly more difficult transformation in comparison to its 2007 movie contemporary. But with my tutorial video, I hope to assuage any fears of this figure being difficult or too difficult. It can sometimes be a bit finicky, don't get me wrong, but in terms of quality, tolerance, clearances, it's pretty much spot on. So, enough wiffly waffly, let's get right down to brass tacks. So first, what I like to do is come around to the back of the truck, and you're just going to want to slip your hands in here and pull out these sections here. Bring this whole bit back and around. Take the smokestack, swing it, and there's a little tab. See, there's a little tab just about here that the smokestack is going to plug into with this notch here, so just plug that in. Same thing on the other side. Take it, plug it in. There we go. Take the section here and push, so that way you can swing it all around. And there's a little, let's see, there's a little slot right here that's going to peg into the tab where this finger is right here. So just bring this piece down and around, and there we go, plug it in, and then flip it around so it's facing like this. So same process, pull this piece out, down and around time, tab in, bring back, and there you have the back pretty much all done, except for the rear fenders. So now comes the trickier part, the front of the cab. So what you're going to want to do is just take this whole section here and then just pull it up and disengage it from the truck like this, and then bring everything back on this little hinge here. Leave it sitting like this just for the time being, just to make your life easier. I'm going to take this whole front portion of the truck here and just lift it up to get it out of our way. Now what you're going to want to do is come around to these front fenders. There's a little port here on the inner wheel right there that pegs into the front grille, and you're just going to bring that up, take the fender, and there's a little tab on this part here that's going to peg into a slot right up there. So just bring that up, but not tab it in just yet because we need to angle or get the feet transformed. Just bring that out. Flip that down, bring that up, or bring these out for the time being. Separate the legs, take the feet, open them up, flip in the grill, take the toes, bring them up, then you're just going to want to push to tap them in. Now, you can take the legs, accordion these bits up, push them in, push it in, and then you're going to want to straighten the legs out. And these nice clicky ratchet joints. Then what we're going to do is just take these wheels, shift them in the way, shift these bottom wheels in the way, and then bring these down. Okay, now we get to work on the trickiest part of the transformation, at least in my opinion, being the front of the cab. It's more tricky going into truck mode than it is going into robot mode. So first what I like to do is come around to these air filters and just pull them back and out so you can free them from the arm sections. Take the arms themselves and just split them apart, and then bring down these forearm panels like so, and everything will just kind of take itself apart for you. So bring these sections here and bring them up just to get them out of your road. Then you're going to want to swing the arms out. Now, I'll explain this in depth because the arms can be a little bit tricky to explain. But you'll see they're on these little assemblies here that are going to peg into these holes here. So you're just going to want to take this whole section here, swing the arm around and swing this up and collapse this in, and then it will just plug into place like this. Now, for the sake of this transformation, I'm going to activate the sword arm just to get it out of the way. So what you're going to want to do is take this panel here, push it up, collapse it in, take the arm and this little shoulder spike, the shoulder thing, just take it up, rotate the arm, and then bring this section up and around, and then bring the arm up, and now you have an arm all done. So the second verse is, guess what, just like the first. So we're going to take that around, just make sure the chest piece doesn't get in the way, so bring this in, click it in, get the sword arm out of the way, just flip that out, take this panel here, push it up the way, collapse it in, take the shoulder panel or the shoulder pylon thing and just flip it up, rotate the arm around, bring this up, swing this around. You can either do it this way or that way, just whatever gets it out of the road. Or hang on, you can actually take this whole section here and just, for a sec, you can take this section here and just angle it, get that out of the way, and bring this up so you have more room here. There we go, perfect. Next comes the chest. So for the chest, we're going to take the head and just bring it up. It's on a series of hinges. And then collapse it down like so, so it's sitting like this. Now the chest is quite interesting because you have these little pieces here, and what you do, or what you want to do, is you'll notice these little holes. You're going to want to push these in, so that way that keeps them nice and secure. Now what's going to happen here is that the chest, or these chest pieces, you're going to take that blue panel here and flip it out and make sure this bit is freed up, and they're going to come down over his chest, and these little nubs here are going to fit into these slots, these grooves, which is for the lights and sounds gimmick. So just push that in, don't be afraid, just give it a push and it'll come on in, no problem. So repeat the same process on the other side, force that in, there you go. And just for some finishing touches in the chest, we can just take these little sections here, angle them up. They're all ball joints, so you can angle them however you want. Me personally, I like to have them sit like this. I just think it looks more colour. Make sure the smokestacks are flipped up correctly. We're almost done. We're on the home stretch now. So what you're going to want to do is take the whole waist, collapse it in, straighten out the legs. Just bring everything nice and tidy, just to make it look presentable. And then for the final step, what you're going to want to do is come to these sections here, these little rear fenders. This one's a bit floppy. And you're going to want to take it, disengage it, and accordion it up the way so it sits like this. Same thing on the other side. Then you're going to want to swing these around, and there's little tabs or ports on these parts here that are going to just plug in to these little holes on the back of the fender or the rear fender. So just plug that in. And yeah, sometimes it can just come undone because of bits clashing with other bits, but there you go. And we are done. There we have Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Leader Class, Optimus Prime in robot mode. Stay tuned for part 2, where I tackle the conversion from vehicle mode or robot mode to vehicle mode. It's going to be interesting. But with all that being said, this is Orabot ASMR signing off for the night. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you all again in part 2. Take care.